Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to your English 2 class, and here we are almost at the verge of completing your Act 1. So, what we have seen so far, we have seen that the shipwrecking incident has taken place. Now, Miranda and Prospero, the father and the daughter, both of them are in a conversation, and here Prospero is telling what has happened earlier, why they are here in the island left alone. So all these stories he was telling to his daughter. And in the meantime, Ariel, the spirit, comes. So he is a spirit that Prospero, whatever works he gives him, he does with utmost sincerity. So here we can see that he will be informing Prospero about whatever has happened in the sea. Also, he will be asking for his freedom. He will be asking Prospero that now I have done so many works for you, so you please give me freedom. But Prospero will be getting angry, and he will say that he will increase the torture. But finally, the spirit, that is Ariel, will be obedient to him. He will not be asking for the freedom anymore. Now, what we can see that there comes Caliban. Caliban, as I have said, this is an anagram of the name Cannibal. So he is not a complete human being. He is not a civilized human being, you can say. He is a bestial creature. He is a half animal. Now what he does, earlier Prospero used to keep him in his cell, and he was taught human languages. Now when all these things were going on, one day getting the helpless Miranda, he tried to impure her, or he tried to spoil her modesty, her maidenhood. Now in that way, Prospero increased the torture, and he was given the task of gathering the fuel and other these kind of toilsome works were given to him. Now here he is cursing them. He is very much annoyed because according to him, he believes that this island was his island. Why? Because it was the island of his mother. His mother, Sycorax, she was the owner of this island. Now Prospero, with his magical power and with his skill of magics and everything, he has owned this island, and now he has made everyone his slave. So that is why Caliban is much angry, and Caliban wants that Caliban says that this island is his island, because he from his mother he is the only heir, so he should be the next owner of the island. Okay, so while all these things were going on, he was telling that if he could have completed his misdeed, then he could have this island would have been occupied by many cannibals. So after that, Miranda is saying, avoid slave. So he was kind of trying to remind everyone of those bitter experience when he tried to abuse Miranda. Avoid slave. You are a bitter slave. You are someone who needs only hatred, who deserves only hatred. You are such kind of a slave, which any breed of goodness will not take. You will not take any sort of goodness. If you are given any sort of goodness, you will not be taking any sort of goodness. Means the goodness will not be leaving any sort of imprint on your mind. If I behave nicely with you, that will not not give any sort of impression in your mind. So you will remain as you are. Being capable of all ill, I pitied thee. You are an ill-minded person. I pity thee. I sympathize you. I have pity on you. Took pains to make thee speak, and taught thee each hour one thing or the other. So I tried to teach you the human language. I tried to teach you whatever I could teach you. But So every time I did so to make you a civilized being, when thou didst not savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldest gabble like a nothing, like a thing most brutish. But what you did, you became a brutish man, you become a very brutal man. So she is also saying that earlier what you used to do, you used to gabble, you used to make sound, you could not express whatever you had to say. So that was your condition. Now I made you talk in, I made you able to speak out whatever is going on in your mind. But earlier you used to express your thought by making different kind of sounds. I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known. So I gave you the words. I taught you how to express your meaning with the help of some words. But thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that isn't which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock. So in the next line, she is saying that therefore wast thou deservedly, from here, but thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that in it which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into the rock. So here what Minanda is saying, though I taught you how to express your mind, whatever is going on in your mind, but that moment you had something so vicious, something so polluted, something so something so dirtiest in your mind that you could not express, and the good-natured human, who are the good-natured human, they also cannot express it in that way. That means, though I taught you to express whatever is going on in your mind, but that moment something was going on in your mind which the most civilized man, and who knows every sort of language, they are capable of all the human languages, they even cannot express it. So something dirtiest was going on in your mind to impure Miranda. And then what she is saying, therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock. So this is very apt or appropriate punishment for you, that you are confined, you are imprisoned, or you are tied up to this rock. But you would have deserved more than a prison, but you deserve something more than this. You deserve something more than this imprisonment. Okay, Caliban is saying, you taught me language, and my profit unto it is, I know how to curse. So he is saying that you have taught me language, and what was my profit, what I have gained from it, that I now know how to curse you, how to abuse you, how to say bad things to you and your father. And my profit unto it is, I know how to curse. The red plague rid you for tearing me, for learning me your language. You should be down with plague. You all should be perished with plague. You all should die. Plague should attack you, and you all should die for teaching me your language. Now Prospero is saying, Hagseed means here he is abusing, or you can say Prospero is saying that you are the son of a witch. You are the son of you are from a bad heredity. That is what he is trying to say, that you are from a bad family background, or your birth is from a from a bad mother. You are born of a bad gene, you can say, of a bad heredity. Hence, fetch us in fuel. So, what is your work? You should fetch us the fuel. You should do this. Be quick. Thou art best. You try your best. Thou art best means you try your best, or you try your level best to be quick. To answer other business. Struggest thou malice? You are shrugging your shoulders like this. You are shrugging your shoulder like this. You malice. You evil fellow. If thou neglectest or dost unwillingly what I command, I will rack thee with old cramps. If you do not listen to my instruction, I will give you old cramps. That means your limbs will be cramped. Old cramps here can have two significance. One is that old means here already he has given such kind of pain or such kind of cramps to as a punishment to Caliban. Already it was given, so he is already acquainted, so that is why old. Or it can be also, there can be another meaning to it. In some other books it is written like that it is like the old, when a human being becomes old, when a person gets old. So in the old age, sometimes what happens, the limbs and everything, our joints, these become bit weaker. So that time the cramps that happens, no, that is also here Prospero can mean that also. So there are two connotations, old cramps. One is that you are already acquainted with the cramps, that means I have already given you such kind of a punishment, so you know it, that the joint pain how it will be. And also it can be like the joint pain that the old man suffer from, that the old human beings they suffer from. Feel all thy bones with aches. Or I can also give you the pain in your bone, and make thee roar, and you will be roaring, that beasts shall tremble at thy din. And beast, the animals, they will be trembling, they will be shivering because of your sound. The trembling, the sound of yours will be so fearsome, because you will be given such amount of pain, you will be given such extreme punishment that out of which you will be roaring, and your roaring will create a trembling sensation in the animals. Okay. Now Caliban is saying, no, pray thee. No, you don't do so. I pray to you. I must obey. Aside he is saying. So he is very cunning. So he is to some other way he is looking, and aside he is saying that I must obey him. Very whispering tone he is saying, I must obey. His art is of such power, it would control my damned god Setebos. So here he is trying to say that it is I must obey this. Very whispering tone he is saying. Because of what? Because his magical power has such kind of a power, has such kind of what you can say. It is capable of some kind of things that even my mother's god, that means the god of the evil-minded, or the god of the what you can say, the witches and the giants, the demons. So their god Setebos is actually the god of the demon, or the god of the evil. So even that god also will be afraid of his power. Because of what? Because he will make him and make a vessel of him. So he will make him he will make him an obedient slave. That means what I'm nothing to in front of the power of Prospero, in front of the magical power of Prospero, I'm nothing. Why? Because even Setebos, who was the god of my mother, my mother was a witch, and his god, her god Setebos, even that person also will be afraid of Prospero's power, because Prospero will make him the most obedient slave. Okay, so slave hence. So Prospero is saying, okay slave, then you do whatever I have said. Now comes Ariel, Ferdinand, and the other spirits, they all are singing. Come unto these yellow sands, and then take hands and curtsied when you have, and kissed the wild bear's waist, put if the fitly here, and there sweet sprites bear. So here he is saying that you come onto this sand, on this sand beach, and then clasp your hand, and then you have nodded, and you have wild waves, you have kissed the wild waves. So he is already telling all these things about the shipwrecking incident. Okay, and how he has come. Spirits are saying, hark, hark, wow, wow. The watch dog bark, wow, wow. So spirits are saying, listen to how the watchdogs are barking. Ariel is saying, hark, hark, I hear the strain of strutting chanticleer. So chanticleer, as you know, is a kind of a crow. So he is saying that all these things are ominous things. So why these are being said? Because what will happen? It will create a fearsome kind of a mood, or a fearsome sensation in Ferdinand, because Ferdinand has already started to believe that his father has already died, Alonso has died. So Bhajan is saying, where should this music be? In the air or the earth? It sounds no more, and sure it waits upon some god of the island. So he is believing that it is being sung in favor of some god or in praise of some god. It is being done to, the song is being sung as if these are an offering to a god in this island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king my father wreck. So I am weeping because of losing my father. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. So thence I have followed it, or it had drawn me rather, but it is gone. No, it begins again. So what he is saying, that this music drifted by me right across the water, coming down coming down the wild sea or the roaring sea, and my grief and the sweetness from there. So all these things are getting mixed here. The song is floating to my ear, and I'm totally in a pensive mood. So that kind of an atmosphere is created where he is saying that I have followed it. So I have followed the source of the song, and by following it I have come to this place. I have reached this place. Now once the song is getting ceased, once it is getting stopped, and once again it is again being sung. Ariel is again singing, full fathom 5, thy father lies, of his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change. So Ariel is, through his song, he is trying to say that your father is lying there in deep below the water, below the fathomless sea. Your father is there, and from his bones coral is made, and from his eyes pearls are made. So this way your father has got a watery change. That means water of the sea has changed the corpse of your father, has changed the dead body of your father, has transformed it into these many things. Now spirits are, again he is saying, into something rich and strange, and he has become something rich and also something strange. Sea nymphs hourly ring his knell. So the sea nymphs, the water nymphs who are there, they are in every hour they are ringing the bell. Spirits are saying ding dong. So they are like creating the sound of a bell. Ariel is saying, hark, now I hear them. Ariel is saying, now you listen to it, I can also hear them. Spirits are again doing ding dong bell. And then enter Ariel, invincible, playing and singing, Ferdinand following Ariel's song. Ferdinand is saying, come, so all these we have seen here. And then Ferdinand is saying that the deity does remember my drowned father. Okay, that means the song makes me remembered of the tune of your song makes me what you can say, recall the memory of my father, drowned father who has got drowned. This is no mortal business nor no sound. So this cannot be the doing of a man, nor cannot be the earthly music. I heard it, what I am hearing here now, it must be a divine music. Prospero is saying to Miranda, the fringed curtains of thine eyes adverse, and say what thou seest yon. So Prospero is saying that now lift your eyelids. Now you lift your eyelids and you look beyond and tell me what you can see there. Miranda is saying, what is it? A spirit. Because Miranda has never seen such a handsome person, or you can say such a complete person, such a complete human being. Because he has seen only his father and Caliban in the island. Because Ariel is invisible, so he has seen these two creatures, you can say. But Caliban is not a human being at all. He is, you can say, a savage creature. But she has seen them only Prospero, her father. Now apart from it, when she is seeing a young, handsome person, so she is saying, what is it, a spirit? Lord, how it looks about, believe me sure, it carries a brave form, but it is a spirit. So she is saying that he looks very brave human being, he is having a very brave, courageous appearance. But I am sure that this is a spirit. Okay? Then Miranda is saying, Prospero is saying, no wench. So I say wench means little girl or woman, you can say. No, my dear woman, it eats and sleeps and has such senses as we have. It is having such kind of human, it does all the human activities and it has the senses like we too are having. Such this gallant which thou seest was in the wreck. This gallant fellow, this brave fellow whom you are now seeing, he was also there in the shipbreaking incident, but he is something stained with grief. But now he is stained with grief. He is extremely in a what you can say. He is extremely in a pensive mode. That's beauty's canker, and that is why his beauty is getting hindrance. Okay, little bit of his beauty is getting spoiled because of his pensive mode. He is not in a very good mode. Though thou mightest call him a goodly person, he had lost his fellows. So he has lost his whatever companions he had, whosoever were his companions, he has got separated from them and is wandering about in search of them. Miranda is saying, I might call him a thing of divine. So Miranda is saying, I must call him a heavenly thing, not nothing natural. Prospero is saying, it goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. To Ariel, the spirit, fine spirit, I will free thee. Now finally he is saying that I will make you free. Ferdinand is saying, most sure the goodness on whom these ears attend. So now Ferdinand is assuming that this girl, Miranda, must be the goddess of this island. Vouchsafe my prayer, you grant my prayer, or you just take my prayer. May know if you remain upon this island, may I know that do you stay here in the island? Thou you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. Can you give me some instruction that how I can handle this situation here? My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be maid or no. And my last question, my last request is to you is that whether you are a maiden or not, whether you are a maiden girl or not. So Miranda is saying, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maiden. Miranda is saying, no need to be that I'm not a surprising thing, I'm not a wonderful thing, or nothing like what you are assuming me to be the goddess or something, but obviously I'm a maiden. Okay, Ferdinand is saying, my language, heavens, I'm the best of them that speaks this speech, where I but hear it is spoken. So he is saying that this girl in this remote island, she is talking in my language. So this is I'm very much fortunate who can see that the people of the other island who can see, I'm very much fortunate who can see that the people inhabiting in the remote island like this are speaking in my own language. Prospero, how the best, what wait thou if the king of Naples heard thee? So when he is saying that I'm the fortunate one, I should be the greatest of all those who speak this language. He is saying that who speak this language, that the language in which I'm speaking, whosoever is speaking this language, I'm the fortunate one, because I can hear it back when somebody in this remote island can understand my language and can talk to me in the same language. Now Prospero is asking, how can you be the fortunate one where your father, the king, is there? If he listens, or if he hears your whatever demand you are making here, so that what he will think of you? Ferdinand is saying, a single thing as I am now. I'm a very petty thing now, a solitary, a poor creature I am now. And the wonders to hear this speak of Naples, so I can hear you that you are speaking in the same language as the people of Naples do. He does hear me, and that he does I weep. Myself I am Naples. I am from Naples, and here you can say that I am the only heir of the king. I am the prince of Naples, and that he does I weep. Myself I am Naples, who with my eyes In front of my eyes, I have seen my father has got drowned and have died. Alas, for mercy. So Miranda is, as you know, she is a very soft-hearted girl. So she is saying, mercy for your father. So Ferdinand is saying he has faith and all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being 12. So he is saying that Alonso has died, and he's you can say he's all his lords, including the Duke of Milan, and even his son, that means myself, I also was about to die. Where all of us were among those people who were about to die. Two of them, 12 means two of them. Okay. Prospero is saying the Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee if now we were fit to do it. At first sight they have changed eyes. So he is saying the Duke of Milan, that means I am the Duke of Milan and my daughter Miranda can control you. Now to Ariel, Prospero is saying that they have taken the control of each other. That means they have fallen in love at the first sight. And now they are in the spell of love. So that is what Prospero is trying to say to Ariel. And again to Ferdinand he is saying, a word, good sir, I fear you have done yourself some wrong. So I fear that when you are saying something, you are doing something wrong. A word, why speaks my father? A word, I fear you have done something yourself some wrong. A word. So he is saying that you have made some mistake. Miranda is saying, why speaks my father so urgently? This is the third man that ever I saw. The first that ever I saw pity moved my father and to be inclined my way. Ferdinand is saying, oh, if a virgin, your affection not gone forth, I will make you the Queen of Naples. So he is saying that if you are still a virgin, if you are still a maiden, if you are still unmarried, then I will make you the Queen of Naples. Prospero is saying, soft sir, one word more, they are both aside means to Ariel in each other's power, but this swift business. But whatever is happening here, is happening very fast. So Prospero is saying this is a swift business, that they are falling in love in a very rapid manner. In a very rapid manner, they are falling in love. So this is a swift business. I must uneasy make. I must make it a bit harder. I must not make this so easily. It should not go on. So I must do something where it will become an uneasy thing. Lest too light winning make the prize light. So when you win some prize out of some easy win, when you easily win some prize, the value of the prize is undervalued. The prize is undervalued. So when you win something easily, we don't give much value to it. So that is why I will make this a difficult one, a love journey, the love journey of Miranda and Ferdinand. I will make it a bit difficult one, so that whatever you gain so easily, it becomes undervalued. So I must not make it in that way, and had put thyself upon this island as a spy. So here he is saying that I must confine you, I must imprison you, because you are, and I must charge you or accuse you that you are acting as a spy to this island, and you are trying to take it from me. Ferdinand is saying, no, as I am a man. No, I am not doing. I swear with the honor of a person. I swear with the honor of a man. I swear. I can promise you that being a noble man, I cannot do so. Miranda is saying there is nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. That his body or his appearance, if you see, it is like a temple. So nothing evil, nothing bad can live within this good person. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will start to dwell with it. So if the bad spirit, or what Miranda is saying, if anything evil will have such a liar as a dwelling place, if his body is the dwelling place of an evil, then the good things will fight with the evil for its position. So if his body, by seeing him, I can say that he is a heavenly person. So by seeing him, if you say that his body is like that of an evil, then I must tell you that then the good things will be having in a contradiction with the bad things. Follow me, speak not you for him. So he is in a very admonishing tone. He is saying to his daughter, that you follow me and you don't speak, you don't become an advocate of him. He is a traitor. Come, I will manacle thy neck and feet together, and sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, and withered roots and husks, and wherein a corn cradle follow. So he is saying that this Ferdinand, you now follow me. I will just tie your hands and your neck together, your feet and your neck together, and I will throw you into the sea. You will be drinking the salt water from the sea, and you shall feed upon the sailfish of this whatever is there in the sea water. The dried roots you will be eating. You will be eating the husks, and in which the acorn lodged, and you will be, now you should come and follow me. Ferdinand is saying, no, I will resist such entertainment till my enemy has more power. He draws and his charm from moving. Ferdinand is saying, no, I will not submit to such treatment until my enemy shows that he has great power. So he is a prince. So he is saying that I will not do so until you show me that you are more powerful than me. So now what Prospero will do, he will cast his magic spell upon him, and Miranda is saying, oh dear father, make not too rash a trial of him, for he is a gentle and not fearful. So Miranda is in love with Ferdinand. So she is very much getting pained when the father is threatening Ferdinand, and also when he is bringing Ferdinand under his magic spell. Prospero is saying, what I say, my tutor, put thy sword up, traitor. So here he is saying that what I wonder, my inferior dares to instruct me. You are my inferior, and you are trying to become my tutor. You are trying to instruct me. Put thy sword up, traitor, who makest a show, but darest not strike. Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy word, and for I can here disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapons drop. So you put a brave front, and then your conscience seems to be overweight with the sense of guilt. So here all these things he is saying to Ferdinand. Now Miranda is saying, beseech you, father. Prospero is saying, hence hang not on my garments. So you do not cling to my clothes. Miranda is saying, sir, have pity, I will be his surety. So he is saying, I can guarantee you. Who is saying? Miranda is saying that I can be the guarantor for him. I can guarantee you that he is a good person. He is a noble person. He is not a evil-minded person, not an evil-minded person. So I can give you the guarantee. Prospero is saying, silence. One word more shall make me chide thee. If you tell me any more word, another word, I will be rebuking you. If not hate thee, I cannot hate you, since you are my daughter. What an advocate for an impostor! Why you are becoming an advocate of such a person, of a person like him? Thou thinkest there is no more such sage as he, having seen but him and Caliban, foolish wench, to the most of men this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels. So this is very important here. Prospero's speech here. Prospero is trying to say that why you are becoming an advocate of him, why you are saying on behalf of him, because you have not seen any other person rather than him and Caliban. You have seen me, you have seen him and Caliban. Now let me tell you, let me make you aware of this, that this boy, this Ferdinand whom you are seeing in front of you, there, if you see, there are a lot of people, and if you compare him to them, he will also be a Caliban. He will also be like a Caliban. And those people who are there in the land, there are many handsome young person like him, though they are the angels. Okay, so he is not a very good and he is not such a noble person as you are thinking him to be a heavenly creature. He is not like that. He is like Caliban only. But if you see the other persons on the land, they also, in comparison to this Ferdinand, they are like angels. Okay, now Prospero is, Miranda is saying, my affections and then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man. I don't wish to see somebody else. I want that you should free him. I don't want to see any other man. Prospero is saying to Ferdinand, come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them. Your nerves, that means your total nerve system, it has become like as you were a baby, no, that time your nerves were weaker. Now as a young man also, it has become like in that stage you had a weaker nerves. So the same way it has become. And it has no strength in them. Ferdinand is saying, so they are. My spirits as in a dream, all bound, my father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, and nor this man's threats, to whom I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid. All corners of the earth let liberty make use of, and space enough have I in such a prison. So very important again, very nice speech by Ferdinand. Ferdinand is saying, obviously my limbs and my total nerves, the nerve system, it has become like very weaker, because I have seen in front of my eyes, I have seen that my father has died in front of my eyes, and also I have seen my companions, whosoever accompanied me from Naples, they also have died in front of mine. So when my eyes has seen those, I have obviously, my nerve has become weaker. But let me assure you that I can subdue to you, I can yell to you. So what is the present thing is that where you will be imprisoning me, where you will be keeping me in the prison, once I can see this maiden, I can see this Miranda. So if once I can see Miranda, then everywhere in the earth let the freedom be there. Let the freedom be there. I will not be bothered of enjoying the freedom, rather I will love to be confined inside a prison if I get the chance to see once a day this girl. Okay, so Prospero is saying, aside, it works, it is working. That means the trap which we made, no, Ariel, the trap which we made, it is working. To Ferdinand, come on, thou hast done well. Fine, Ariel, follow me. Hark, what thou else shalt do me. So he is telling, he is giving further instruction to Ariel. Miranda, to Ferdinand, be of comfort, be of good cheer. My father is of a better nature, sir, than he appears to be. So the outer appearance of my father doesn't matter. In outer he is harsh, but in inner, his inner self is much softer. Okay, this is unwanted, which now came from him. So this is very much unexpected, which is coming from him. This harshness is very much unwanted, or you can say unexpected. Prospero is saying, thou shalt be as free as mountain winds, but then exactly do all points of my command. So Prospero is now telling it to Ariel that you will be as free as the mountain winds, but you should exactly do all points of my command. But then you shall promise to do all whatever I will be commanding you. Ariel, to the syllable, to the last word, means word by word I will be following your instruction. Syllable by syllable I will be following your instruction. To Ferdinand, Prospero is saying, come fellow, speak not for him. So he is saying, you come fellow, you come, Ferdinand, you come. Now when he is saying speak not for him, he is saying it to Miranda. Miranda, you don't speak for him. Okay, so we will be stopping here today. Today it became 9 minutes more because I had to complete it here. So the next day we shall be starting Act 2. Okay, so you just complete before we move on to Act 2. You just once at least you read whatever we have completed. So have a very good day. Thank you.